Hello, beautiful souls. There we go. I forgot to grab this. So we're just gonna cleanse the space. I usually always do got some candles lit here. Shanyato, shinyata. Again, just cleansing the space. Hushina, sending the light, the love, the magic and miracles. Hushinyata, washinya, washinyata, waya. It is December the 31st. Hunyata, tuoriata, 2025. Or shinyata tini, but know that these videos are always timeless. Again, and you will receive them when you're ready to receive them. The universe, source, your team, your higher self will put them in your awareness when you're ready to receive the frequency, the energy, the flavor, the color, the information, the signs, the synchronicities, and the key codes, the magic and the miracles, and all of the fun stuff. So welcome. It is day 51 of FreQSpeak of 111 days, and it has gone by pretty fast. This whole year has gone by pretty fast. So we'll talk about some journaling stuff that came through, some signs, synchronous and key codes that this might be resonance for you. While I was out today, my balance total for one store was 4422. The other one was 2221. I saw 1221. I saw 1234 before I did my light language video, and then also it being December 31st, it's that 123. 1 and then 121 and 122 on the timer, and then 123 on the timer. Thank you. Again, signs, synchronicities, and key codes are what you coded yourself to help you unlock, to remember all of the stuff, okay? And again, it's beyond whatever the ego and mind can even imagine to understand, which is fine. It's speaking in resonance to your field, to your soul, to your heart, okay? Technology. This is sacred technology for sure. All right, so hopefully everyone's doing good. Tea today. So I ran a couple of errands earlier and had watermelon this morning. Excuse me, 155 on the timer. I had watermelon for lunch, if you want to call it lunch. And your greatest strength is your love. Your greatest strength is your love. Your greatest power is your love. All right. So I just did some light language. If you resonate with listening to light language, I'll post that, and that's going to be to help you to release old stories, paradigms, thought forms, conditioning, and programming. And again, knowing if you know that there's some things that you need to receive, set that intention, and you will receive exactly what you were meant to receive. And if there's something there that you know is going on, but you don't know the story behind it, that's perfectly okay. Just set the intention to release whatever that might be for you, okay? And this was one that was just, you could revisit anytime you're feeling like you're struggling a bit with releasing those old paradigms and things like that, okay? So it is December the 31st, the last day of the year of the snake, and we already in the portal of the 111 portal. If you are highly sensitive and empathic, and on this journey you already have probably been feeling the energies around this portal. It's usually, like I said, a good 2 or 3 days before. You got the potency of the day of, and then, you know, a few days after, and then there might be some integration, 322 on the timer. So I'm going to just speak to whatever decides to come through right now. There's a couple of different things that want to come through, and I don't want to forget that, and I might make some separate videos versus mashing it up all in one, because that's sometimes how it comes through. But it comes through perfect. Again, as Courtney said in her video yesterday, when we were guided to do these 111 days, I just said, I'm not going to worry about setup, tech, titles, any of it. I'm just going to go from journaling or from receiving channeled information and digestion in a form that makes sense for me. And if I'm meant to reshare that in my own frequency and energy and my flavor, I will do that. So again, that has really kept me going with this and not overthinking it, overcomplicating it. Even with the light language, it's just like, all right, the light language for this or light language for this. And keep it clean, because then the ego and the mind doesn't get involved, because then that makes just things so much easier. And yes, maybe one day I'll have an actual mic. I might have some lighting or anything like that, but I'm not concerned about that. I'm just here sharing my 432, my real, raw, authentic self, frequency and energy as this now present self, okay? On December the 31st. And however that looks and that resonates with you, that's perfect. It's perfect however it's received, right? And again, if you feel guided, please subscribe, share, like, do all the things. I wanted to share this. When I started this journey with the guidance and nudge, kick in the ass, basically, to start doing this YouTube daily for 111 days, I think I had 48 subscribers or something. And this is not, I don't do this for like, share, subscribes, any of that. I just do this because I was very guided to share this, conversations, however that looks. And so right now, we're 51 days in. I think I had 202 videos up before I create these today. And some of them are really old, just some old stuff from my past that I just put out there and didn't really find the passion until now, as it is. And then I had 98 subscribers a couple days before I took some rich days with my significant partner. And I come back and I have 115 subscribers. So again, I'm not concerned about all of that. I know that the universe, that source, that the teams, the collective teams, your angels, your guides, your spirits, your ancestors, your galactic your teams that are working with you will present you with the information, the signs, the synchronicities, the key codes, the other sacred mirrors will present those when you're ready for that. Okay, and that could be in a few days, it could be today, it could be in 6 months or 12 months, right? So I don't worry about that. My job is to hit record and to have a conversation and to share some information, maybe pull some cards, do some light language. That's my job. That's me working for Source. That's as my higher self. After that, I let the universe handle it. I mean, I shared yesterday that 95% of the time, if not 99% of the time, I do not rewatch any of the videos that I record, like especially these long ones. I will definitely rewatch my light language because I find that beneficial for me, for my receiving my own channel as a channel. But like these longer videos, I usually just maybe listen to a few things, get a title or put something up for a title. And again, I don't look to put a title on there that's supposed to be catchy or you know what I mean. And then I just post it and it's in the ethers. It's out in the field, it's out in the universe. It's done. I don't worry about it. I don't, because if I did, it wouldn't happen. The ego and the mind would completely try to run the show, and that's not the point of this at all. Okay? So, again, welcome. Thanks for hanging out, listening to me have a conversation, listening to my ramblings, my messy, magical, magnetic, magnificent self in any way, shape, or form that you receive this. Okay? All right. So, Chitania, Tunya. So, I wanted to just say pause and reflect. So it's a good day for pause. The whole month has been pause in reflection. So hopefully you've been doing that and not that you've ended up really sick and forced into the pause and the reflection. But also like the countdown, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, the true new year isn't until spring for those that know. If you know, you know. That's the true new year. Again, the January New Year was a hijacked. It's trying to hijack certain portal dates. Again, not going to go down that rabbit hole, but just if you get curious, do some deep diving on that and see what you can come up with. All right. All right. So tonight is the night. Tonight's the night the world begins again. Okay. So I watched the New Year's Eve movie, which has a huge cast. It's one of my favorites to kind of listen to. But I think the last song is by Pink. I could be wrong. Okay. But what my clairaudient picked up to note down in my journal was tonight's the night the world begins again. And we had a massive reset button. Literally, the universe hit the reset button on the 1221 solstice portal. And then we had the master number 1222 portal right after that. You know, so we've had a lot of action this month. We've had a lot of action, period. But tonight's the night that the world begins again. So again, that 111, that powerful potency. And again, that's also going to be around those sacred unions, those twin soul connections and activations, and basically that switch turned on, those frequencies coming into alignment. All right. So let's see here. What else is love knows, love flows. So love knows and love flows. Love knows and love flows. Okay. Stop overcomplicating life. Stop overcomplicating all of life. And that's like even with these videos, 1022 on the timer. Thank you. Not everyone will get you, and I've had to let that go, and I've completely accepted that. Don't get me wrong that there's been moments, but this year's been one of the biggest, most profound things is stop overcomplicating things in my life and understanding and just releasing and surrendering to the fact that not everyone will get me, and I'm okay with that. I am a fucking unicorn, and I'm a magical motherfucking magician, so are you. If you're here, guarantee you're a motherfucking unicorn and a magical, magnificent magician, okay? And I'm not going to apologize for swearing, because that's just absurd. That makes me crazy, okay? And that if people are meant to get you in your perfect self, in this now present self, they will meet you. You are not meant to come down to their frequency. They will rise and they will do what they need to do to come up to where you are at. And then they will get you when they are ready to get you in their perfect timing. Okay? Not in how you think it should look, but in the way their journey presents itself. So again, we need to consistently to just to surrender that and understand that not everyone will get you, and that's perfectly okay. They will, if they're meant to be there with you, they will rise when they are ready. And if they're not, that's perfectly okay. That's just their journey. Okay? Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. And know that tonight is the night that the world begins again. So write that down. Tonight's the night the world will begin again. All right, sit back and relax. Because what's going to happen is going to get really effortlessly. Okay? Gets really effortless. Okay? So I sit back and I relax because getting what I want is so effortless. So these are just some little affirmations I would journal, write down, solidify in the field, speak it. I like to write it and speak it because it solidifies in the energetic field and it speaks it out. And again, what goes out will come back. Okay? So I sit back and I relax because getting what I want is so effortless. Okay? All right. The tip for today is control how you respond to things sent to destroy your peace. So just for a tip today, control how you respond. Again, it's that neutral, non-reactive response. Okay? It's not making yourself small. It's completely different. Okay? Because there are many things out there sent to destroy your peace. Frequency and energy. People don't understand that what has been going on here on planet Earth has been a frequency war. It's been a war on your energy and your frequency. Okay? It has. And again, take what resonates and leave the rest. Listen with your heart, listen with your field, not with the ego and the mind. Because the ego and mind is going to tell you something completely different. Okay? So what might this look like if the powers that be, sometimes like people say that, but again, it's tit versus tat. And I don't like to go into all of that either. But what are some examples that can be, what I'm saying is what I'm wanting to say that could be sent to destroy your peace? People, places, things, frequencies, news, programmings, movies, all of these different things. Again, it's frequency based. It's whether someone's spewing up word vomiting. They're a word witch, which means they're gossiping or saying these other little stabbing or paper cutting things. It could be a place, okay, that could create or do something to destroy your peace. It could be a frequency that's being sent your way that could destroy your peace. It could be a person. It could be, like I said, a programming, a news programming, media, a movie, something like that, okay? So just remember that we are all connected. We are all creators and we are all energy and frequency first. Speak your first language, which is frequency and energy. That is your first language, okay? Listen to your children. Okay, I'm going to share this story because it's meant to be shared. Someone needs to hear this, okay? My significant partner, he's a great uncle. His niece, his great niece, she's 2 now. For a while, they were concerned about her vocabulary, her speaking. And we know, if you know, that children that are being born now, especially after 2012, which my kiddo, my son, who was born in 2013, but even more so now, that the rainbow crystalline children, those souls are coming in. These are souls that are going to teach us, remind us, mirror to us. She now speaks to him like she's known him forever. She hardly knows him at all. She speaks to him like they have this awesome little relationship. She's 2, he's 65. So the reason why I'm guided to bring this up is she's teaching him that there's more than just this physical reality, that yes, it is profound that she has such a grand vocabulary at the age of 2, that she communicates, she asks for things in ways that might not make sense to the ego and the mind, but on a soul level, she's speaking to him. And I guarantee, and I've told this, and I've said this to him, I said, you know what? I said, I guarantee you guys are hanging out in the higher realms doing something. Her higher self, you know, she's 2 here on earth, but in her higher self, they're doing something in the higher realms. So she knows him. She knows the souls know each other. And in the little human form, she's trying to let him know that. So pay your attention to the little people. Grandchildren, friends, kids, your own kids. Pay your attention, your nieces, your nephews. Do not shut them down, okay? They're here to teach you. And she's speaking directly to his soul, because his ego and mind wants to say, what the fuck is going on? This isn't possible. Well, because it's beyond the ego and mind, it's beyond the physical density of here on earth. It goes beyond that, okay? All right? She knows him very personally in the higher realms. Because she doesn't have a in-depth personal relationship here on physical earth doesn't mean she can't say, hey, I want to see you, come over here. Or, you know, just has this unique relationship since he's been home. And I said, there's a reason for that. She's showing you. Her soul is showing you, is speaking to you. Your ego and mind wants to step in. Don't let it, but let it just listen, accept, receive what you are meant to receive from this little beautiful energy ball. That's what they are, okay? So I was guided to share that for somebody. And hopefully that resonates or makes sense to some of you. All right. All right, let's go back to some journaling since I took a little pause there. All right, so we've got, what I wrote oh, here we go. Okay. Just looking back here. Excuse me. I just passed this page. So, your heart is quantum technology. You've heard me say it, you've heard other channels say it, it's your quantum compass, your 0 point. So, breathe into it, use your discernment for sure, and that's used through your sacred heart, not the mind and ego, okay? Your kindness is a way of life. Your kindness is a way of life. And I've had this happen my entire life where people sometimes think I'm basically bullshitting them, in that I'm pretending to be something I'm not. When I say I love you, I love you. If I generally am trying to check in and I'm concerned about your well-being, I'm generally concerned and want to check in about your well-being. I get that the ego and mind has been so used to people pretending to give a shit that when you actually give a shit, they question whether you're authentic and real. And here's the thing, peeps. I'm a real one. Are you a real one? Do you have people, or have you had people in your life that say, you say it but you don't mean it type of thing? I grew up in a life where I was told certain things, but there was no frequency and energy to back up those human words, okay? So again, let your frequency and energy speak for themselves. And again, you can share that concern. That's on them and that's on their journey. That if they think that you're pretending to be or say certain things, that's not on you. If it's coming from your heart, from your soul, from your true authentic self, and they think it's bullshit and it's pretend and you're just saying that to say things as a strategy, or to get using certain things as a strategy, or to get something over on someone. You know what I mean? I'm kind of stumbling over my human words, but you know what I'm saying. Versus it being true. Remember, that's on them. That's on them, okay? So don't worry about that. Just be your real, raw, authentic self, and it'll land where it's meant to land. And I've had this happen. And I've said people that are really close to me, I am not going to ask you how you are unless I'm really like authentically wanting to know how you are. I'm not just going to say it just fucking because. I'm not going to tell you I care for you and I love for you. I have love for you and I'm concerned about you and not mean it. What I say is what I mean. If I generally have a concern or a question or sharing out love, light, hugs, magic, and miracles, I mean that. I mean that from my quantum heart, my soul, the depths of who I truly am. I'm not going to pretend. It's a waste of energy for me to say I love you if I don't love you. Or it's a waste of my energy to say, how are you, when I really don't give a shit. You know what I mean? It's just a waste of energy. If I say it, I mean it. Okay? If I'm asking it, I generally, I want to know. Okay? So does this resonate? 2102 on the timer. So does that resonate to you? Have you had these experiences in your life? Are you experiencing this right now? Like I said, I will reach out to people if I feel called to. I don't do it to receive information back. If they feel like they want to respond, that's fine. If they think that it's bullshit and that I'm just saying it just because, that's on them. That's not on me. Okay? So hopefully that helps somebody. I'm going to give you some little quotes here that came up in my awareness this morning, and maybe they'll be helpful on this last day and then moving into 2026. So again, these are very powerful. Feel it, embody it, say it, speak it, think it, write it. I can have, do, and be anything that I desire because I am one with the universe and source. Say that again. I can do, be, and have anything that I desire because I am one with the universe and source. I can have, do, and be anything that I desire because I am one with the universe and source. The second one we can go with is, the second I desire something, it is already mine and it's on its way to me. The second I desire something, I manifest something is already mine and it's on its way to me. Power of 3. The second I desire something, it is already on its way to me. Okay? The third one here is, I am appreciative. Operative. I am the operative power of my own reality. I am the operative power of my own reality. Whatever I say goes. I am the operative power of my own reality, and whatever I say goes, okay? And then you sit back, you relax, because getting what I want is so effortless, okay? All right. And then we'll just leave the quotes on it, and then we'll take a couple deep breaths. What did you learn from this year? What did you learn this year? I've learned many things this year. There's been a year of healing, mirroring, reflecting, transmuting, cleansing, integrating, purifying, rinse, repeat, downloads, upgrades, transformation, transitions, rinse, repeat. There's just been all of it. Like, it's like beyond the words, but maybe you feel that. Maybe you're going to be experiencing a little more of that into 2026 if you're receiving this before 2026. So, okay, I'm guided to say that some of you will receive this today and it will be relevant for you to be received today. Some of you will not receive this until 2026, okay? So those that were meant to receive it will receive it on this last day of 2025. And then the others, you will receive that in perfect timing in 2026, whenever that is meant for you to receive that, okay? So I have learned to believe in myself, to see my own worth. I know that I am capable of many great, magnificent things. And all I needed to do to make it through this is to trust, to surrender, to take those leaps of faith, to do the healing work, to do the shadow work, to allow for the rest, the recovery, the integration, the pauses, the stillness, the meditation, and then saying yes to me more and more and more, and then saying no to those things that did not excite me, ignite me, or expand me. Okay? So what did you learn from this past year? Okay? So that is, something you could just say, okay, you could sit and have some little meditation, contemplation, introspection on that. All right? So stop waiting for those perfect moments. We need to stop waiting for those perfect moments. So again, some of you might need to hear this part of it. Stop waiting for those perfect moments. Stop waiting for the perfect energy. Stop waiting for the perfect conditions. Then this could be about a conversation, people, places, and things. So stop waiting for a moment to be perfect to have a conversation or to bring something up that you feel. Stop waiting for, there's no perfect moment. There's no perfect energy and there's no perfect conditions, because the perfect condition, energy, and moment is here, right now. Speaking your truth. Sharing what you feel. Saying the yeses, saying the nos. Okay? The moment is now. It's not if or when, it's now. That was it. It's not if or when, it's now. Okay? In those imperfect moments, okay, reality of your lived experiences now is every now present moment. So in the imperfect reality of your lived experiences now is every now present moment. I'll say that one more time. Pause, repeat if you need to, and write this down. In the imperfect reality of your lived experiences now is in every now present moment. So continue to be the perfectly imperfect human you are. We're all perfectly imperfectly going through our own journeys collectively, maybe in partnerships, family dynamics, and with self. All right, so that was the message for today, December 31st, 2025. So thank you for hanging out with me, having some tea, having a coffee, having some breakfast or lunch, whenever it is, wherever it is for you, okay? And just know that love is the most powerful thing that you have, that your most powerful currency, the most valuable currency